Gilded Age Season 3 has wrapped up, but for several of our beloved characters, a new chapter of drama is just beginning. The exciting news is that Season 4 is already confirmed, and even better, we've got some juicy insights into what's coming next for our favorite New Yorkers. So let's dive into it, shall we? I think it's fair to say that Bertha truly achieved most of her grand aspirations this past season. Her daughter, Gladys, is happily married, thank goodness, and joyfully expecting a child, which is just wonderful to hear. And Bertha herself has undeniably solidified her position among New York's absolute elite. However, as the season 3 finale starkly revealed, her marriage to George is teetering on the brink. In those poignant closing moments, George laid bare his deep-seated bitterness about Bertha's relentless ambition, particularly her strategic marriage of their daughter for status, confessing that he might not even love her anymore. Thus, in a swift turn, Bertha found herself simultaneously the season's biggest victor and its most profound casualty. And honestly, while I've always championed her triumphs, I can completely empathize with George's. In fact, I don't know about you, but I'm genuinely surprised he endured it for so long. If I were in his shoes, I might have thrown in the towel a season ago. As we all know, George faced near total ruin this season. Over-leveraging his railroad company brought him to the precipice of financial disaster, and he even survived a shockingly dramatic assassination attempt. He was shot by an unidentified enemy, though thanks to the swift and skilled intervention of Dr. William Kirkland, who has quickly become one of my absolute favorite characters, George's life was saved. Marion even bravely got her hands dirty assisting. Yet, even this harrowing brush with death couldn't mend the growing chasm between George and Bertha. In Season 4, we will undoubtedly see Bertha's earnest endeavors to win George back. She'll attempt to temper her ambitions, striving to be a more attentive and supportive companion to George, hoping to prove that he remains her ultimate priority above all else. However, this path will be far from smooth for her, as she's set to encounter unexpected rivalry. Rumor has it that a formidable new woman will enter the scene as a potential romantic interest for George, pushing Bertha's emotional limits to unforeseen extremes. Since they will be collaborating on their son's wedding arrangements concurrently, they'll be compelled to remain in close proximity, further breaking Bertha's heart. But we'll delve deeper into that wedding in just a moment. Meanwhile, George will dedicate himself to uncovering the identity of his assailant, even if it means placing his own life in greater jeopardy. On another note, I'm not sure if everyone will agree, but I'm absolutely thrilled that Dr. Kirkland's storyline injected such a much-needed romantic sparkle into the series. After all, it is a period drama, and while I appreciate the dramatic and even tragic elements, we absolutely need some pure, untroubled romance. After wrestling with his own personal struggles, he finally knelt before Peggy in the season finale. Her grand public proposal unfolding right in front of the Black Newport Society and Kirkland's formidable mother, finally granting Peggy the happy ending she so profoundly deserved after seasons of hardship. That being said, it's already evident that this wedding process won't be entirely smooth sailing for Peggy and William, as William's rather annoying mother will undoubtedly exert her best efforts to drive them apart in Season 4. Nevertheless, their narrative isn't the one that gives me the most pause. Instead, it's Oscar who seems to have made potentially the most catastrophic decision of his life, one that could imperil not only his own future, but also the standing of the entire society. He essentially decided to align himself with Mrs. Tu. If Season 4 adheres to a similar schedule, we might not have to wait long at all. September 2026 appears to be a very reasonable expectation here. In Season 3, Bertha's grand ball concluded with that incredibly powerful line, "The future belongs to America." And now we know that Season 4 will reveal exactly who will hold on to Lady Liberty's coattails and who will be left behind as the inexorable wheels of progress continue to turn. But please, let me know what your own expectations are for the new season of this truly amazing show. For more weekly updates, in-depth discussions, and insightful analysis on the Gilded Age Season 4, make sure to like and follow. Meanwhile, the video currently on your screen might also pique your interest.